Did you start to worry any about your own safety and stuff?
Well, what it was that I was attempting to do was impossible. So before I do this interview, there is no Illuminati. It's just something that crazy people talk about. There's no such thing as our side and God's side. None of that is even real. Yeah. I gotta come and make it real. So that's why when I said that, nobody came out and went, "That's not true. I'm on God's side."
I called her out. I was like, Ellen's not that nice.
This was after you went on the show?
After I went on the show.
What was it like meeting Ellen? And is she a good person?
Let's just all go back to 2017 where I was the first person to call Ellen out before anyone else
You called
did.
her out?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I called her out. I was like, Ellen's not that nice.
This was after you went on the show?
After I went on the show. And the world blew up about it. And
for nearly 2 decades, one name defined kindness on television: Ellen DeGeneres. A smile, a slogan, a brand built on 3 simple words: be kind. But behind the cameras, former employees, viral clips, and resurfaced interviews began telling a very different story. And then there's Katt Williams, a comedian who has spent years warning the public that Hollywood isn't what it seems. So what happens when those warnings collide with one of the most powerful figures in daytime TV? And why did the internet suddenly start connecting dots no one questioned before?
Breaking news from the latest 2026 Epstein file dumps. Ellen DeGeneres has been exposed as the key link connecting Jeffrey Epstein's infamous island network to Hollywood's hidden world of ritualistic practices, including the consumption of human flesh in ancient-style ceremonies. But the revelations go deeper, tying directly to her relationship with her ex-partner, actress Anne Heche, who died in that suspicious car crash back in August 2022 while investigating Hollywood's child trafficking pipelines, and was determined to expose it all. She confronted Ellen with evidence, and months later, she was gone. Now,
the Ellen situation.
Yeah.
You know, people found out that Ellen was mean, and all these people came out and said, Ellen's actually a bitch. And then we're like, whoa,
yeah.
Can't believe it. And she lost everything. She fell apart, disappeared, because people found out that this character that she was portraying in a half an hour on a television show is not really who she was. My buddy Greg, who was one of her writers, was like, she's a piece of shit. And he was like, she's a monster.
Social media is losing its mind over a bombshell. A so-called Epstein party video just leaked straight from his hidden safe, and insiders swear Ellen DeGeneres is right in the middle of it, caught on tape at one of Jeffrey's infamous island bashes. This grainy, shadowy clip, allegedly pulled from a locked vault, showed masked elites in a candlelit frenzy, with whispers claiming Ellen's there laughing, dancing, and feeding on Anne Heche herself after.
Before the controversy, there was the rise. Ellen DeGeneres started as a stand-up comic in the 1980s, grinding through small clubs before landing a life-changing moment on Johnny Carson's Tonight Show. In the 1990s, she became a household name. And in 1997, she made history, publicly coming out on national television. It was a moment that reshaped Hollywood, but also came at a cost. Her sitcom was canceled shortly after. But then came the comeback. In 2003, The Ellen DeGeneres Show launched, and with it, a new identity: positivity, laughter, and kindness. Over 3,000 episodes later, Ellen wasn't just a host, she was a brand.
Happening right now, Ellen DeGeneres is being accused of being, quote, Hollywood's most prolific cannibal, linked to bags of baby flesh in the Epstein files. So I searched the DOJ's entire Epstein data dump myself, and I pulled every file that mentions Ellen DeGeneres. And what the files actually show is very different from what people are claiming. I break it all down, exactly what's real and what isn't, in the related video on your screen.
And threatened to expose her entire ring of PDF files. But get this, right before Trump dumped all the files, Ellen vanished to the English countryside. No official charges yet, but if this video drops wide, Hollywood's Be Kind queen might be running for good. What do you think? Is the tape real? Breaking right now.
Ellen DeGeneres, the disgraced daytime TV queen, has been unmasked as the living bridge between Jeffrey Epstein's elite network and Hollywood's satanic occult core. She didn't just visit the island, she dragged Epstein's inner circle into the abyss, initiating them into the ritual consumption of human flesh as an ancient blood-drenched sacrament. Fresh, unredacted 2026 Epstein file dumps deliver the gut punch confirmation. Ellen ate her ex-partner Anne Heche, piece by cursed piece.
But every image eventually gets tested. In 2020, multiple reports surfaced describing a toxic workplace environment behind the scenes of The Ellen Show. Former employees spoke out publicly, describing fear, strict rules, and a culture that didn't match the on-screen message. Suddenly, the internet did what it always does. started digging.
Since she's not here, I'm gonna share some dirt on Ellen. I'm not talking just dirt. I mean, I'm telling you some deep, dark secrets. People think that she buys and sells houses because she loves real estate. No, it's not true. It's because she's on the run from the law.
Oh,
You have
hell.
no idea. It's not true.
It's because she's on the run from the law.
Investigators have confirmed that after Anne's death, Ellen pulled strings to claim her body, storing it in a mansion freezer like some kind of relic. Over the years, Ellen allegedly consumed parts of Anne in deliberate occult ceremonies. So if you haven't heard, there's
like a beautiful name, Isis.
Ellen's rough. That's
Ellen
a rough
is like
one.
an old.
But it's a rough one now.
It's a rough one now because she was running Abu Ghraib in the back of her show. That's a rough one. She's out there dancing with Kristen Bell, and in the back, there's people that are getting up on the rack like this.
It's so weird when you see, like, a lot of people saying that someone who seems so nice is not nice at all.
She doesn't seem nice, but that people have a very poor judge of character. She doesn't seem nice. It seems forced. People that are like that all the time, she doesn't seem nice. It's very forced. And whatever.
Old interviews began resurfacing, and this time, people were watching differently. A moment with Taylor Swift, where she appeared visibly uncomfortable during a dating segment. An interview with Dakota Johnson, where she corrected Ellen on air, instantly going viral. And one of the most discussed clips, involving Mariah Carey. Years later, Carey revealed she had been pregnant during that interview, and later suffered a miscarriage.
Day after day, Ellen DeGeneres becomes more and more deeply entwined in anything relating to Epstein. Today, we're going to be taking a look at some of the other late night hosts and looking at why they have been so tight-lipped, saying nothing. And then at the end of the video, we're going to be taking a look at one that spoke out and how that changed everything. Let's dive in.
For almost 20 years, Ellen DeGeneres was the face of daytime TV. 30 Emmys. Presidents appeared on her show.
Up about it and was like so mad at me about it. And then someone else said it. And then it was like, oh my God, Ellen's not nice. Oh, okay.
Why do you say she's not nice?
I can't explain it. It was just
an
really
energy?
weird. I ran into her like backstage. It was like an awkward thing. And like the producers were really scared. I was like, what's going on? They were like, that was not supposed to happen. We're gonna get in trouble. It was like so weird. She was like, hey. It was like, I was like, oh hi. Like, I was like, I'm so excited. And she was like,
After the actress was eliminated in that blatantly suspicious car crash, while she was closing in on the Hollywood child trafficking pipelines. Investigators now confirm that after the accident, Ellen pulled strings to claim Anne's body, locked it in her mansion freezer like unholy relics, and consumed her former lover in slow, deliberate occult ceremonies over the years. This is not some twisted modern fetish. This is primordial evil, clawing its way back, hidden behind red carpets, charity galas, and morning show smiles. We're teetering on the edge of the abyss.
And this is where Katt Williams enters the conversation. For years, he's claimed that Hollywood is built on carefully crafted personas. In multiple interviews and stand-up routines, he suggested that what audiences see isn't always who these celebrities really are. According to him, fame isn't just about talent. It's about playing a role, even off camera.
We should be able to look through entertainment and see all of these people being made to wear a dress.
Yeah, you don't see the dog catcher show up every other year.
Like, it's not a thing.
In a nice skirt, or you don't see an electrician.
Right. So
come up in a blouse every now and then.
You're allowed to be a bitch, right? You're allowed to be a bitch. You're allowed to be nasty to people. You're accomplished. You're a comedian. You did the whole thing. What you're not allowed to do is have a Guantanamo Bay situation in the backstage of your show where everybody's walking around afraid for their life, and it's like Abu Ghraib where they're hooked up to wires and they
Dogs
have like
around them.
Yeah, she's got dogs and hoods. If an intern's late, they have a hood on. I don't support that. That's just me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, I wish her the best. She's around for too long.
James
Fallon,
Corden.
all these people, walk away. You've been famous forever. Walk away.
Around the same time, another story was dominating headlines worldwide. Jeffrey Epstein. His case exposed a network of power, wealth, and influence, involving some of the most powerful individuals on the planet. Survivors came forward, describing manipulation, coercion, and systems that protected the elite. Even years later, many questions remain unanswered, and that uncertainty has fueled endless speculation online.
the Epstein files myself, and this is the only time Ellen DeGeneres is mentioned. The email is from September 3rd, 2010. The sender is redacted, however, it appears to be someone working with or at NYU in some unknown capacity. Now, before this unknown person goes on their bigoted tirade, the person simply quotes Ellen DeGeneres. That's it. The only mention of Ellen DeGeneres within the 3 million files released by the DOJ that I've found so far is someone else quoting her. So then I ask myself, what's the source of this viral story linking Jeffrey Epstein to...
One thing I've never understood is all the hate that Ellen DeGeneres gets. Look at this video of her giving kids with cancer the most beautiful gift.
I was completely wrong, wasn't I? I had the dates wrong all this time. Did he come on out?
Online, theories began connecting unrelated dots. Some pointed to celebrity circles. Others questioned how power operates behind closed doors. But here's the truth. There is no verified evidence linking Ellen DeGeneres to Epstein's crimes. What exists is a mix of confirmed controversies, public criticism, and internet speculation. And in today's digital world, those lines can blur faster than ever.
One more silence, one more cover-up, and this ancient evil devours everything. Our world, our children, our future. Don't move. This is our final warning. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the People's Voice Locals community to join our incredible community, support the channel, and gain access to exclusive and uncensored content. Jeffrey Epstein's Hollywood elite circle has been exposed as outright cannibals. Not fringe rumors anymore. Hard evidence is surfacing from the 2026 Epstein file dumps. Millions of DOJ pages packed with jerky as
to Ellen DeGeneres and baby eating and cannibalism. Well, it's none other than former MTV London producer Sean Adel Tabe Tabe. Despite his website's article centering and squarely featuring Ellen, her name appears only 7 times, and not once does the website show any documents of her connection to cannibalism. Here are the exact mentions. As I said, there are only 7, so we can go through them pretty quickly.
Eventually, everybody, they're just going to figure it out. Now, Fallon's on an apology tour because of the blackface. Like,
is he?
Well, he was. Like, he had to go around and apologize a million times for, like, they're going to find the thing if you don't go away. You gotta have a good run, and then when you have a good run, you step back and you go, okay, I'm still gonna do my thing, but like, I'm not, I mean, there's only a few jobs in entertainment, right?
Right.
So I think a lot of the cancel culture shit is probably these motherfuckers want those jobs.
Ooh.
What this story really reveals isn't just about one person. It's about how Hollywood builds and protects images, from carefully curated interviews to controlled narratives. The public often sees the highlight reel, not the full story. And when that image cracks, the fallout can be massive.
Without hesitating, Dakota shut down this false claim by giving us the iconic line of, "Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen." Dakota went on to explain that the last time she was on Ellen's show, Ellen gave her a hard time about not inviting her last year, so she made sure that she did this year. Dakota then advised Ellen to ask her producer about her invitation, stating, "I did invite you and you didn't come."
I have this stuff. A whole host of celebrities are under fire right now from rumors and theories on the internet involving cannibalism. And Ellen DeGeneres seems to be the main subject of this. She put out an Instagram post and comments were flooded with people saying, "You eat children, you eat children, you eat flesh, you are satanic," that kind of stuff. So I wanted to look into this because there are rumors out there saying that Ellen DeGeneres killed her ex-girlfriend and consumed her body. That is what we've come to now. This is what the news headlines are stating. I don't know if I buy this, guys. I'm going to investigate this claim for myself because I don't trust the internet. It's so filled.
She danced with Michelle Obama. She was completely untouchable. Then in 2020, something cracked. BuzzFeed published stories from 36 former employees who described her show as a toxic and abusive place to work. The stories were bad, really bad. Ratings collapsed, and in May 2022, the show ended.
Now, it's no surprise to any of us.
So the real question isn't just about Ellen or Katt Williams. It's about Hollywood itself. How many stories are carefully told, and how many are carefully hidden? Because in an industry built on performance, the biggest role might be the one played off camera.
Code for human flesh, baby pots in freezers, yacht dismemberment rituals, and eyewitness accounts of elites eating infant remains like it's a sacrament. Here is Epstein and Woody Allen, casually chatting about devouring children's hearts and crunching bones like it's dinner talk. Hollywood's elite menu gets darker with every file drop. And for those willing to dig, it's all laid out in black and white. The smiling face repeatedly tied to it all? Ellen DeGeneres, the warm, relatable host who greeted millions every day while orchestrating Hollywood's darkest supply.
Right, the first was the title. Epstein Files expose Ellen DeGeneres as Hollywood's most prolific cannibal. Second was Ellen DeGeneres, the daytime TV queen who smiled into America's living rooms while allegedly orchestrating horrors in the shadows. Again, not a direct connection. Then a quick triplet. According to insiders, Ellen DeGeneres introduced Jeffrey Epstein and his island crew to the pleasures of human flesh. And in LA, Ellen...
It's filled to the brim with morons and misinformation and conspiracy theorists. And look, I am someone who has a lot of conspiracies, but I would not call myself a conspiracy theorist. Real conspiracy theorists probably think I'm a normie and a joke. I disagree with them on a lot of things. I tend to go where the evidence takes me. I'm an evidence person first. I have ideas and theories, but if I can't back them with evidence, it's all conjecture to me. So I always try to do...
What do you think? Is this just a case of a public image collapsing? Or something deeper about how fame really works? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want more deep dives into Hollywood's hidden stories, make sure you subscribe.